everyone to the COD Rec League. We're kicking off here with Blackheart as our first map of match number 2, and right out of the gate, Manitoba is just going to run everybody over here. New York is going to get cleared right out. It's Gold North Division tonight between the New York SubPar and the Manitoba Mallards. Both teams sitting at 2 and 3, so both teams desperately need a win right now to maintain their playoff hopes and dreams and stay in the race right now. So I'm joined tonight again by Top Life Goon. We're here casting tonight. And, I mean, I'm looking forward to this. Blackheart again. We haven't seen too much of this season, so it's kind of nice to see now.
I mean, it is kind of nice to see. We got New York SubPar finally trying to get some pressure on the hill, man. We know this New York SubPar team. They are from Bangladesh, so they're happy to be here. I mean, they're playing from the U.S., of course, but, you know, they're from the country of Bangladesh. But, you know, they're happy to be here. They're trying to get some hardpoint time, but the Manitoba Mallards are just making it tough. P2 is getting ready to spawn up. Manitoba Mallards got control of this side of the map. We got New York SubPar spawning up on the bottom side of this map, trying to push through this, I think it's like P4 side of the map. And they are starting to get a couple kills. The kill feed is starting to line up, but they got 2 to go in their favor. They got to find player 7 who is in the back, but enough. Said that's enough of that push, and he shuts that down. Now we got the 2 New York SubPar players coming through mid. They get shut down. Manitoba Mallards on this P2 is being flawless. First 30 seconds, all theirs.
Yep, and enough was definitely the X factor labeled by Manitoba prior to this one. And I mean, showing why right now is currently 9-1 right now. They're going on a 6 breeze, looking to make it more. Is going to add 2 more to the total. Is make it 9. It just rolls right through everybody, apparently. And that is going to be enough with a triple as well. And Manitoba off to a huge start here, as it's going to be an 80-point lead basically by the time we get to P2.
Yeah, man, this got to be a hill right here for New York SubPar. They are starting to get the kills to go in their favor, but there is enough with a big 2-piece. King balls it up with another, and Manitoba Mallards are in control of this hill. You got New York SubPar coming through the left side of the map, trying to find kills to go in their favor, but they cannot. It's just too much Manitoba Mallards, too much enough. 17-1, currently on a 14 streak. This guy is going for the nuke, and there goes AT finding Skomolo, and enough is just sitting in the back, wreaking havoc on these New York SubPar. He's just shooting his gun. He's gonna run it. No, he's never gonna run out of ammo. 29. He's got 180 bullets left in the chamber. He's not missing, but he does finally get taken down. Let's watch his POV. 4 kills go in the favor of New York SubPar. This hill's getting ready to spawn up, but let's see if New York SubPar can hold it down.
Yep, I mean, Skolomolo there was doing it. I mean, that is a messy name to say for sure. But it's going to be New York holding this one down here as we spawn up here on towards P4. They're able to shut down both AT and enough, so stopping the initial onslaught. And there you go, New York, you know, not chalked yet, stabilizing a little bit here as they got a good defensive line set up right now. As you can see, the players trying to break through. It's going to be enough there on the stairs. He was going to find one, gets traded out. So Akan is able to find one. Prodigy as well is able to lock down mid. Is going to end up going down, so the team has to, you know, basically recover to that position, and Cookie J is going to take out a teammate along with securing that one. So big spree there as Akan's going to find 5 in a row. So here's New York, you know, with a chance to come back, and basically, I mean, it's possible that basically Manitoba, you know, off the rip right now could just be, if enough is frying, then the team is frying. And outside of that, once New York is able to kill them a couple times, they haven't had to be able to get much going outside of that. But right now, I mean, you got a 90-point lead. If you're the side of Minnesota, you're pretty happy, especially as we spawn up ready for the next point. It's going to get ready to go, and New York is going to be there because that is all of Manitoba spawned on the other end of the map right now.
Yeah, this is good right now for New York SubPar. They're starting to get the kills, starting to get some confidence, starting to warm up in this game, starting to make the reads that they need to make to get these players from Manitoba Mallards down. But player 7, he's starting to make his move towards the hill. He gets a big 2-piece before he finally gets taken down. Hill is neutral. We got a big 1-on-1 and Akon. It wins that one. So now his team, New York SubPar, are on this hill. You got all of Manitoba Mallards coming through this little middle area, and player 8 Kane finds the big 2-piece, clears out New York SubPar. That hill was a very mixy hill, went back and forth between both teams before Manitoba Mallards finally take the lead. We resetting this thing back to P1. You can see New York SubPar setting up to defend off these Manitoba Mallards players.
Yep, you can see, I mean, we're getting right back to go back into the middle hill. P1 is back on the menu right now, and Manitoba's holding a 100-point lead at the moment. Skolmola finds a double on the outside. It gets shut down, though. You can see the players coming in right now. It's going to be Prodigy in the control booth. Finds one. Cookie J is going to follow up and find a second. Is going to go for a huge chow. That is an ego chow if I ever saw one out of Prodigy with 16 HP and wins it there. Cookie J is going to get smoked, though, inside of mid. His AT's going to find a double kill. So, you know, Manitoba still locking down the middle of the map here. Doing a good job just holding on. His AT's on a 5 spree. And Vert's going to find a double kill as well. So everyone... It's a very streaky game, I guess you would say. Everyone seems to be going on some kind of streak at some point in this map. So a lot of that has been going down for sure here. As AT trying to hold down the outer lane right now. You can see New York kind of spawning up all over the place right now. I mean, they're getting split spawns if it, you know, these are split spawns if you've ever seen them in your life. There's absolutely everywhere. Shomo and Prodigy both finding kills here. It's going to be pretty good here. Start, especially as Prodigy's going to find Kane. Enough will trade out. But that is going to give New York a good chance here to at least get on this hill, but they are spawning out. You got 2 players here. They got to hold the line against the onslaught that's coming their way.
Yeah, Akon does find one, but he cannot find a second. The kill feed does go pinstripe, and that pinstripe means when I talk about it was winning. But Prodigy, he is here quick. They're trying to get themselves to the 100-point mark so they can make this, you know, say, oh, he did make it to the 100-point mark. Scully Mario does find 2 on the outside, so the Manitoba Mallards spawning out on the opposite side of the map. They're going to truck through mid, truck through the right side of the map, and York SubPar, they're setting up perfectly for this onslaught. Akon does find one, but Vert and AT finds a big 2. Solos out the player on the hill. He gets taken down. New York Manitoba Mallards are in this hill. Skolomolo, he's the last line defense, and enough, and Vert takes him down. Manitoba Mallards, we get the last 5 seconds hill, but it did set up a New York SubPar to get the early time, but here comes the cruise missile.
Yep, that's going to find a couple there. Akon's going to actually call one in as well. So there's double cruise missiles just raining hellfire down from above as everyone just seems to be calling in their cruises. I mean, you got another one probably in the back pocket as well of enough that's coming in, but that's going to be some big kills as New York is going to clean house. They're going to clear out every single player there, and that is going to be some free time now as the side of Manitoba needs to get across the map. You can see them trying to get down through this P5 area, trying to get around towards the flank. It's going to be number 1 that's going to be there. It's going to be Cookie J, who does go down, and all the players from New York are falling inside the hill here. But it's going to be Akon trying to hold the line, finds 2, can't find the 3rd. AT is going to make it happen, but Skolomo is going to be there to trade out instead. So at the end of the day, you know, you got about 12 seconds to go on this hill. The rotation is going to be on, but that is going to be New York holding this one down. So, you know, you're seeing it happen. Like, basically, if Manitoba didn't go out to that early, you know, 100-point lead with enough frying, this is a dead even game.
Yeah, it is. You can see they were trying to get early on this rotation next, and they are here. The kills are starting to light up in their favor. Big battles are going down around the hill, and it's starting to win out for the New York SubPar. Big one-on-one on this hill. Who's going to win? It's going to be a New York SubPar in Prodigy to win this hill. Kane trying to fire shots from a long range, but he's waiting for his teammates to spawn up. There goes the cruise missile from enough to clear off the hill, and that just did enough for Manitoba to get in. They're 25 seconds away from the win. There is a small little contest that's going on, and the battles are being won by enough as he gets a big 3-piece that clears out the hill, but Skolomolo, he is there for the attack with his buddy Cookie J. Last 10 seconds will go in the favor of New York SubPar as we rotate to this next hill. Big battle on the rotation, won by Kane. 20 seconds, Manitoba Mallards can win here.
Yep, as the shots are just coming through, his Kane was just going to fully destroy his teammate. Vert doesn't even know what hit him there. As you can see, another cruise comes in from AT, so everyone is just calling in cruises, it seems like. It's just going to rain down missiles, basically, from up above. Manitoba only needs 15 more seconds to go here. But Prodigy and co are running it over. That's going to be a huge 3-piece, basically, coming out as... You know, Kane is going to be there to try and shut it down, but Skolomo is there for the trade. New York has the close spawns here as well, so they have the ideal positions. And they can do a pretty good job here, right? You're only down to 60 points now. And if you can hold this line right now, you are more than happy to go with it. This AT, though, is going to clear house, is going to find the multi-kill there, and is looking for the last one. Is going to just skeet shoot a con out of the air. 10 seconds to go. Manitoba can win it on this hill, as Cookie J is going to try to be there for that trade. New York, I mean, there is still a chance. They have a shot at this game, especially with P1 being the most contested hill on the map.
Yeah, they do, but this is the hill that they find the most deaths. But this is the hill that they're starting to turn up with the big 3-piece. They got to keep on the line. All 4 of them need to turn up on the hill. Player 2 is going to be a player who's going to try to make a play for this team, but the rest of the players are going to accrue as much hard point time as they can. 8 seconds all Manitoba Mallards need, so they got to just take their time and patiently attack this hill. But the New York SubPar players are doing all they can. Skolo Molo on a 5 streak, looking for any player that comes in that is not a yellow player on the map. He's looking for any player you can see. 208, 242. They can bring this game close and they can keep control of the bottom of this map to play for next, but they got to make sure they play all the time here. And the kill still lighting up for the New York SubPar. Player 7, he is in now. He gets taken down. 7 seconds to go. Rotation's on. Big rotation kill by Skolo Molo to take down Bert. Early P2 time in the favor of New York SubPar. Can we get a break from Manitoba Mallards? 2 of them go down. Now they're all spawning out to the map. The closest player is going to be player 5. That is Bert. Can he get in? Can he make a play? He finds one, but he cannot find another. A cruise missile from Akon comes down. 241, 242 is the score line. We have a contest. Cookie J wins the battle. Is we gonna see this New York SubPar come back? 6 seconds, big battle, pinstripe kill feed, 3 go in the favor of New York. One last player, he gets taken down. Shio, the New York SubPar have been completed.
I do not believe what we just witnessed. That was 120 points off the rip. And the comeback after enough starts 19-1. And honestly, I'm sitting here going, well, this might just be an absolute destruction of a map considering the way we in this round at the moment. They started off real quick here, and right now AT just ripped 3 heads off. And now it's the Skolomo left in a 1v2. Does have the sniper out, so we are going to see some sniper boomstick play here coming out of these 2 teams for sure. Or at least hopefully. I hope they keep it out at least, but it is going to be, you know, Skolomo trying to work their way around the map here. You got 2 players. He's going to get spotted out, though, and taken out. And, you know, Manitoba is probably quite upset after how map 1 just went.
Yeah, I mean, they're instantly upset. Because they were winning their early gun battle, so they just came out, just do what they know when they gun battle, shoot their gun as straight they can, and just get those opening in like 2-for-2 trade, and then get that one last trade, or I mean that one last kill to make it a 2v1 advantage. Sniper versus, you know, guys running around with graphics and ARs is going to be a tough matchup for you, but that's a great round by Manitoba Mallards. Let's see if they can continue this up. But you know, remember they got up early in the hard point, so they got to make sure they stay. If they get up, they stay up. Skolomolo with the shot, he just surely just missed the shoulder just a little bit. They let this bounce make his way towards this A site. There is player, I think that's player 2. Yeah, player 2 Prodigy could be the spoiler if they try to plant. I think he may have bumped. Oh no, he did get the first blood on to enough, and there is Prodigy and Cookie with some more kills. It only leaves AT, last one alive in a 1v3, stuck in this back little corner. We're gonna wrap his way all the way back in to this little blue building before he goes all the way around towards his plane building. His mom is stuck on A, but he does find Skolo Molo. He is currently on a 5 streak, so he's gonna play his streaks. No player from top blue takes him down. New York SubPar tied us up 1-1.
Yep, just evening things out. I mean, it was a 1v4, right? I mean, there was only so much that, you know, was probably going to be able to do. And unfortunately, gets caught at the end as Akon comes out to just shut that one down. So streaks out the window, not to be found. And we are getting ready to go into the 3rd round. I mean, we're tied up 1-1. We're going to see here as New York heads back to the attack. So far, I mean, first bloods, basically, it's 1 apiece. I don't know if we're going to see a as lopsided a first blood set as we saw in the first series. I mean, Minnesota winning 8 out of 10 first bloods and then losing the map 6-4 is kind of a crazy conversion if you think about it. I don't even know how many of those rounds were won by, you know, the ones that they did win. I wasn't really tracking that. I need C&K for that, really, because he follows that. But first blood, going the way of New York, and oh my god.
Oh.
Well, first blood and 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all in a row. Just everyone died. No idea
Yeah,
what
I mean,
happened there.
yeah, I think they caught them all. No, it was just a whole bunch of 1v1s that was won by the New York SubPar. Caught him over there in that little A site, and that was just right there, just a patient round by New York SubPar, and then Manitoba Mallards they push up, get caught off guard at the wrong time, but New York SubPar go up 2-1. They're on Manitoba Mallards on this offensive side. See if they can tie this up 2-2, or will they go down 3-2? They're going to take this bomb. Look like they were going to favor this A side. They do got two players watching the mid, and two players watching this A side. Skolo Molo does take shots. Does take a shot as he's taking damage. Backs him up a little bit. Got to watch Akon. He's going on a long little flank, so he could catch some players. There is a first blood by Vert on two. I can't really see the scorecard right there. It's too.
Kane.
The colors are a little yeah, a little weird. But Akon does get a big two-piece on his flank, so his flank did work out to perfection. Now it just leaves AT against Akon and Cookie J. They're gonna surround him. They're gonna trap him. Can he win the pistol battle? No, he cannot. SubPar keeping the momentum on their side, going up 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, it was just absolutely, I mean, it was crazy there. I mean, that huge flank there out of Akon as well to close out the round. I mean, the flank pays off, finds 2 kills, is now 6-1 as well. So big start there from Akon. As we're going to see the sides flip, the big round win there for New York. And a 5 spree as well, yeah, for Akon. So streaks are on the menu possibly as well. I probably shouldn't have said that because now they're not going to happen, but you know, big start and enough right now. Slow start, has that sniper out. You got to see this player go. Like, this is your best player. You got to see it going. Is going to miss that shot too.
Ooh. Boomstick battle. Scully Molo says, "Rechow me, please." Takes down enough for the first blood. New York SubPar with the man advantage and the bomb. Look like they're going to go towards this A site. Skolo Molo is going to watch mid, let him know if anybody crosses mid. And while his team is slowly crossing their way to this A side player, and that's player 8. Yeah, player 8, he's going to close to the bomb. He gets taken down by Akon. So Akon is currently on a 6th bomb going down on this A side. Kane does find Cookie J. Prodigy finds AT. So it just came by itself, who gets taken down by the bomb planner. New York SubPar up 4-1.
I mean, it was just absolutely everywhere. And Akon, yeah, 8-1 now. Definitely has that cruise. He's able to find that last kill. He was just set up so nicely for the side of New York there. They get the bomb down. Unfortunately, I think that was AT who's trying to spot around the corner. Didn't end up seeing where the bomb planner was. They were cover and protected there. And good cover, honestly, in general. So New York SubPar, their S&D looking pretty darn good so far as we're getting ready to go into this round number 6 here. 4-1 is the lead for New York, and Manitoba's left the bomb and spawn. Guys,
Damn it.
guys, there's a very important item that you guys have left back. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, enough realized. Oh, or maybe not. No, enough is going up for the spawn to be checking for something here. I don't know what's going on here, but Cookie J is going to find first blood. Finds AT as AT went on the very aggressive push in the top green. Not able to find it, and they're going to lose the second one there as Vert falls. Kane's going to find one through the wall, but it's just going to be enough now left in a 1v3, and if there's any time to turn up for the team enough, it is right now.
Yes, it is, man. He does find Scully Molo, but Scully Molo does tuck behind those stairs, so he's trapped in between 2 of these players. But as soon as he steps out, he takes a big sniper bullet to the face. New York SubPar up 5-1 in this search and destroy. I mean, I was thinking, like, man, maybe they're good search and destroy team, and yes, they are. They are perfect. I mean, they are really good when it comes to search and destroy.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, they're looking great so far, and I mean, the sniper battle helps. When Skull is currently 7-3 with the boomstick, has only used the sniper so far, and it is paying off for them in spades. I mean, you're going to take a look quickly at the first bloods as well. 2-2 going to New York right now. 2 going to the side of Manitoba, but I mean, first blood's very heavily in favor of New York right now, and it's showing in the kill feed right now. They've been able to convert very well on these, and you can see AT trying to go for another flank here, potentially top plane. I'm going to see if they can do, but they've stacked 3 players on A, and it looks like they're headed AT's way.
Yeah, they're trying to get AT up out of here. He's watching me. Let's see if they can overwhelm him. Oh, he comes off. Yeah, Akon does find AT currently on a 9 streak, 10-1. Bomb making his way towards this B site. There goes Scolomolo. He gets taken down by enough to get his first kill on the board, and this may start off his killing streak as Manitoba Mallards have to win every round from here. They got full. They're just got two players watching this A site. The bomb is slowly making its way towards A site. It's in the hands of Akon, the guy who's currently on a 9 streak. So if you want any players to be up, you want it to be Akon, and you want it to be Cookie J. Cookie J is 3-3. He's gonna watch over this bomb. Kane does find Akon. Now 15 seconds left. Cookie J, last one alive. See if he can find these two. He cannot. Manitoba Mallards win this round to make it a 5-2.
Yep, they're able to find it, and that was a big round that they needed for sure, because you are down all the way in 5-1 territory here. So as long as you're able to find a couple of these, just get the ball rolling, right? Get that first round win, and then go from there. So they're able to find the first one. We're still on match point though for New York. So New York right now, up 5-2. You still have that cruise missile in the back pocket as well. You have to keep that in mind. Akon does have that available. So we're gonna see if that gets called in anytime soon. It's a possibility. I mean, I thought they might have actually used it in the last round when they were in the 3v3 situation, but you know, Scar does have a lot of locations where you can hide inside from that missile, get away from it, so not always the best opportunities to use it. We're going to see Manitoba headed their way towards B. They didn't forget the bomb this time. It's now on Vert's back. We're going to see them trying to get in on towards this, and Akon early on, first blood, picks up AT.
Yeah, man. Akon is just being that guy for his team, threw the smoke down. So he get out with his knife, enough with the big 2-piece with the boomstick, and that gives his team the 3-2 advantage. Now it's just Akon, last man alive. Will he try to pull out the snipe his streaks here? No, he will not. He will find enough with the Dravik. Bomb down on this B site. Kane and Vert, they are up. Akon, last man up for New York SubPar, trying to go for this retake. New York Manitoba Mallards are being very disciplined, playing together as a team to make sure one goes down, one can watch his back. But as soon as he jumps up, he gets taken down. Manitoba Mallards 5-3.
Something I noticed as well is that Akon doesn't have the cruise missile in the inventory, so it was used already. I missed it. I don't know when that was called in, but it's not there anymore. So that cruise missile has been used. So they don't have that available for future rounds here. I mean, you know, the momentum is slowly beginning to build for the side of Manitoba here, as they're able to pick up another one. It's now 5-3. You have to consider that it's going to be in the minds of New York, right? You just watch, you know, basically a breakdown happen on the other side. You don't want to be the ones to have it happen to now going the other way. You don't want to give the other side that mental momentum here, as New York is just going to slam A. Everybody is running straight down this pathway here, trying to get over here. Enough is going to be trying to support from up top. You can see that sniper going to Scolomolo and those get out of dodge immediately. But Kane and AT both going to find kills, and is already going to be a 2v4, make it a 1v4.
Uh-oh. Yeah, just Cookie J by himself. Oh, he goes down. Manitoba Mallards round by round are making it closer and closer. 5-4. They're making this interesting. Chia, you just talking about it. You do not want to be the team that just went up early and go down. This will be a complete shocker if this happens. And this, I mean, we're almost here. I mean, you brought it up, but I mean, we are here. Match point still for the size of New York SubPar. All they got to do is defend off one round, and this could be over. But Manitoba Mallards are trying to force a round 11.
Yep, they're trying to send it all the way here if possible. And yeah, right now we are going to see it is going to be Manitoba on the attack, and they do look like they're spreading out here over towards A. There's going to be a big fight going down in mid, and it's going to be AT, and Vert is going to find a second, so Manitoba comes out on top, and all of a sudden you got Scolomolo and Cookie J, last two players left, forced backwards. You got no info on the map. You don't know where anyone has gone, and Enough is going to find Scolomolo, so there's, you know, the sniper coming alive, and all of a sudden we got a round 11.
Round 11, here we go. I mean, all the momentum right now is with the Manitoba Mallards. We came all the way back. Bert had just started picking up his gun. He finds his player on the last player on the step for the final kill. But the Manitoba Mallards, they just figured it out. Just play together. Let's just play together. Get the kills to work out in our favor. Let's trust in AT to just step it back up. It's back up to 9-8, and now we are here at around 11.
I mean, New York was up 5-1 in the map, guys. Like, Both sides are mounting some pretty insane comebacks here off the rip, and it's going to be New York on the attack, headed towards A. And you can see they got no one covering this flank. Vert is going to push all the way through right now if given the time. AT is going to go down early, but this should be free right now if you're Vert, but he's going to shoot. And he's going to give up the position, doesn't get anything for it either. And his team is falling basically. Enough has gone down. It's just Kane left, who's going to even it up in a 2v2 here. Bomb has not gone down and is still going to be on the ground. So, actually, no, excuse me, it has gone down. And Akan's going to come up, and, you know, the round 11 is all now on Kane's shoulders in a 1v2, and he can't make it happen. So New York, man, the false hope. You're just playing with the emotions now, man. You do an insane comeback map 1, and you let Manitoba get all the way back into the round 11 before you shut it down. Like, yo, these guys, this is dangerous. You know what? It is okay. I don't know. I just picked New York. If we're gonna complain about this, I just picked New York as the home team, and oh, Cookie G just immediately blows Vert up right out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, the ball's still stuck in this little mid area. You got both teams trying to fight for it. You got this Manitoba Mallards trying to fight for the good side. I mean, they're on the good side, the side that you want to be on to try to score the points that you want. But New York SubPar are going to take this ball first. They're trying to get the kills that go in their favor. Spolomolo gets a big 2-piece. He's looking for a third as he's being that lead blocker. Ball was coming up. Can it get through? No, it gets taken down. You got Akon trying to make a play for it, but he gets taken down. Ball picked up by player 3, AT. He has to back up because he just saw all of those New York SubPar players spawn up right in front of him, making a sprint towards this B site, trying to make the hero play, but he gets taken down. But his teammate Kane is there for the trade, for the score. Manitoba Mallards go up 1-0 in this overload.
If a big win there for the side of Manitoba. I mean, just not enough of New York was over there on that side of the map to be able to cover in that position. They weren't able to get support over there in time. Kane was there instead. Kane is able to slam it home. There's going to be 2 kills going the way of Manitoba here. So the only player left up is actually Prodigy, who has the device right now. Trying to figure out where to go right now because currently just surrounded on literally every side. There is Manitoba players every which way possible right now. As Enough is going to be just taking shots there. Has the Dravik in hand. He's going to find Prodigy. Eventually goes down to Skolomolo. But there are players right now. You got to get across the map. You got to get all these players coming up off spawn and that device in hand. You got to find a way to punch through now this choke point that you're going to be staring down here. And right now, it's not going their way. Manitoba is going to find all 4 kills, and that's going to be enough with that. Ball is going to be charging right towards the other end of the map. And you can see AT with these cutoffs means they should have a pretty relatively free path to this detonation.
Oh, good route right there. Did that right there. He did the right to left route where you start off on the right and then you cut it back left. And he brought it in for the score. Ball is about to spawn up on his P2 side. You can see Manitoba Mallards have full control of it. Let's see if he can get this ball in. They do get the big kill on the player over top. All clear. 3 points down for Manitoba Mallards. Ball spawning up in mid now. The players did get taken down that did have control of the New York SubPar spawn. So now they're back in their spawns. It's like an even game. Both teams come up from the spawns, trying to get to this ball first. Who's going to win the kill battle? As kills are going back and forth, but New York SubPar are starting to come off with the kills. Probably ball should be picked up in a second as they are still trying to get the kills to go in their favor as they're trying to get some map control before they actually pick up the ball. But Manitoba Mallards coming up out their spawns, getting the kills that they need. 1:56 on the clock, 3-0 lead, trying to press it for more.
Yep, they're just trying to push up. They got to stay alive. They got to win some of these gunfights right now, and they're losing everything in the middle of the map. So Manitoba doing a really good job here. Enough is currently 13-10 as well, leading the lobby. It's just one head of Skolomo on the other side. But, I mean, New York basically just hasn't been able to really pierce through at all. They're struggling here. They're finally going to get one, and I think almost had a chance. No, they're actually going to lose it there. The player's down. It's going to be Prodigy. Wraps back for that and might have a chance to get in. No, he's going to get shot in the back because there's Kane going on that hotel flank again, able to find it. It's going to be Akan in the back here. Is going to find both kills. Big play there out of Akan. Is going to slam one home as well. So they're going to score 1 point on this half. Very nicely played as Akan. Big play there. Finding that 3-piece, is able to pick that one up. So, you know, some big plays there for the side of New York as they're actually continuing to go forward here. and they might have a shot at least another score here before the end of the round.
Yeah, man, these players that are pushed up have to keep getting kills and allow those players that just spawn up to run and get that ball, but they do get taken down. But the ball is still pushed under plane, so now they finally do pick it up. Now it's player 8, player 6, player 8 has to get some big battles. He does win the battle, and they slam it in. New York SubPar have 2 points on the board now. Ball spawning up in that P2 area. Can New York SubPar pick this up, try to tie this up, or just go in the half at 3-2? 22 seconds to go on the clock. Manitoba Mallards will pick up this ball, make its way towards his B side. Kills are starting to light up in their favor. AT finds a big 2 before he gets taken down by Skolo Mo. Ball is picked up by the New York SubPar. 6 seconds left, so this may be the last attempt at this ball to try to get to a score zone. It does drop, and that is the half.
Yeah, I mean, they made it very competitive there near the end for sure, as they're able to come up and get some big plays there on the side of Manitoba, or for both sides really. Manitoba had a really hot start to the series, and they're able to even things up coming on after that. So very nicely played out of them. You love to see it, and you're gonna get a nice play here out of Skolomo at the end as they're able to drive that last one home. So again, big plays coming out of the side of both teams here as we head. It's only a 1-point score game right now between these two teams, so definitely looking to see how they're going to go into this last round. I mean, New York looking to close out the series right now in, and honestly, given how the series has gone, this is probably just going to be like an overtime 1v1 at the very end. It's going to be an insane, ending to close this out. But New York does have to even up the score to get us there to begin with, and Prodigy's going to start off right there with a couple kills. It's going to be, 2 kills going each way right now. And no control over that ball just yet.
But you can see New York SubPar slowly trying to make their way towards this bottom of the map, trying to get control of this B site as Prodigy and Cookie gets a big kill. Does go Skolomo gets the third. Now the ball is finally picked up. He's got to wait for player 7, but he does not wait. Player 7 can get the trade if he finds him. He does find him. Ball now has been picked up. Trying to make their way towards this B site to get a score. They get the kill. They get the score. It's tied up at 3 apiece. So this is a 4-minute game. Both teams are tied. So now we're gonna see which team is trying to push for an early lead. The ball is under this plane right here where we see enough POV. They're gonna pick. We got a lot of Manitoba Mallards presence, so they gotta take care of these New York SubPar players that are playing this little back wall heady. The ball has been picked up by Cookie J, Lone Ranger, being back here getting the kills that he needs, playing as much time as he can play to allow the reinforcements of the New York SubPar to spawn up and take down Manitoba Mallards. Ball is still dropped in response, but they know if they push up, they can slow down Manitoba Mallards, have a ball reset, and they will be closer to, and New York SubPar will be closer to a score.
Yep, and they're going to pick that one up, actually. So the ball not going to get reset just yet, but there was a lot of pushing forward coming out of the side of New York. They know where these players are spawning up from. Some big cutoff kills there. It's going to be down to Kane here to pick up one. He's going to find one. Can find the ball carrier. Prodigy is going to follow up and find the kills. And I don't know if they're going to be able to get there in time. And Prodigy's going to get that score in. So Manitoba can't stop him before it goes through. And that is going to be another point going the way of New York as they're going to take the lead in the map. And the spawn killing might just be about to start. It's going to start a spawn up here over on the P2 side. Oh, what a nade that was. All the way across the map off spawn. Kane is going to chuck that through. Top green, we got a fight going down, and it's going to be enough who wins that one out. But right now, I mean, that ball, you got to get through the side of New York here. You got to get through the defense that they're setting up. They don't have to play this too aggressive because they can defend this pretty easily and just lock it down.
They just lock it down, especially with Scolomolo shooting the way he is shooting, 28-22. Just being that guy that his team needs him to be. Prodigy is also being a big dog. They're trying to go again for a B, trying to make sure that their lead, that those two guys up in front clear the way. Cookie J does a good job as he gets a big three, looking for the fourth, but he cannot find his AT with the pistol. Shuts down that push, but now the ball is picked up. He's trying to make his way, but it gets shut down right there at the 30-yard line. So New York SubPar, Manitoba Mallards could pick this up, try to take this way towards this A side. They got this A side kind of cleared out. So the ball is picked up. Now the sprint is on for A. They want to tie this game. They do not want to go out in a 3-0 fashion. So AT, he's making his push, and he is there for the score. Tie this up at 4 apiece. A minute 30 on the clock. Which team wants to take this overload, Shio?
I mean, it is just absolutely chaotic for sure, and they're going to lead the way. This is going to be a chance. New York might just go for this counter cap right off the rip. They will do so. So all that hard work for Manitoba just undone in a minute there, as it's immediately snatched back up. The device is going to spawn back up here, but Manitoba might not have time to get through, as the Skomo is going to be there, is going to end up falling. Cookie J is going to be the next line of defense. None of the Manitoba players are really here over towards this device, so it may just be Skomo picking this up and just wrapping back behind there, trying to hold the line here. All of Manitoba is on their way forward right now. Cookie J is going to grab one, looking to make it two, is going to find almost all the kills necessary, and Akon's going to find that last one, so that is going to hold the line. New York is going to do what they can. Has to be done here as they lock it down. In Manitoba, you're only going to get maybe one more shot at this, as we're down to the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to get it, because look how far they're pushed up the map. They're making sure they keep it back in the spawn. They're just going to leave the ball down on the ground, playing the, the old school park the bus without even having to pick up the ball. This is a great play by New York SubPar, just to leave the ball down on the ground, just so it can end where it ends. So Manitoba Mallards, they're going to have to pick up this ball and try to get it in a zone. If we're going to see an overtime, but we are not seeing that, as New York SubPar are getting all the kills to go in their favor. New York SubPar win this overload 5-4. Now we go, win this overload 5-4, win the series 3-0. Great job by New York SubPar.